One. Yeah, hello. Adele laptop today. Broken hinges, as you can see. Broken hinges that is pushing the outer cover. Let's see the other side too. It's also having some broken hinges. And so we are going to address this issue today. Yeah, sometimes you'll get customers bringing these kind of problems, and I thought maybe I should make a video about one. Yeah, I know, according to most of you, hey, let them throw away the laptop, it's already too old. But it's not everybody who is able to afford laptop each and every time or frequently. Like, we are not able the same way. So you see, I've taken the back cover and the charging port is also broken. The screw to fasten the charging port is broken too. And this one is also not working. So you see the screws has been are not anymore mounted onto the plastic or onto the casing of the laptop because they are out. Look at that one there below. So yeah, when you try to open the screw, you can see it's rotating together with the screw itself because it has unmounted. It's unmounted from the laptop casing, and now I have to use a tweezer to hold it there below so that it can stop rotating with the screws so that I can get it out. So it's out now. I don't know whether you can see that the mounting ports are all dismantled, and where the screws are supposed to go in, those metallic parts are out. They have been broken. I don't know whether you can see that yourself. Like this one, you see this part is what I'm talking about here, the goldish part. Put it aside. And now the others are still with the screws. As you can see, they have been ripped off from the laptop casing, as we have to get them out too so that we can mount them again. See, the holes are empty. And now when you try to tighten the screws, they are not going to be tightened because there's nothing to hold them onto the casing. So let's do the other side too. Let's also get the other side to see what is going on there. Okay, we have now to remove these screws. I'll hold them using a tweezer or maybe a pliers. Let me use a long nose pliers. Yeah, this one, you see, this one is going to hold the below part, and now unscrew the screws while I try to stop the other part so that I can start working on those areas. Yeah, so we are just trying to see whether we can take this laptop to a better condition than it was before. Yeah, this is Kenya in Africa, and laptops are not very cheap. So sometimes when you see us trying to mend what we have, is because it's not very cheap to acquire a laptop here. Our economy is so much to do with the agricultural products, and we are not a manufacturing economy. These laptops are not very expensive in other countries because maybe that's where these laptops are being manufactured. And the same here, you'll find that agricultural products here are very cheap. we have to take off the screen so that we can work. We can first of all remove the hinges and try to loosen the hinges a little bit for them to be a bit flexible. Yeah, I know a lot of people who have traveled to this country. We have some from America, from Britain. They are always talking about the food products here. They are very cheap. The avocados, the tomatoes, and the potatoes. They are very cheap because we are an agricultural economy. That's our backbone. When it comes to owning a car in this country, a laptop and other electronic device, it's a bit expensive because we have to import them from other countries. There's duty, there's also the tax and everything, and also the person importing will have to put their cost there. So by all means, we have to take care of the laptop that is there. Though we have, especially if you don't have the money, though we have some people who can afford new laptops each and every each now frequently now and then they are buying a laptop, they are buying a phone. But also we have those people who cannot afford to buy laptops each now and then. So I want to take out this screen part so that you can loosen the hinges first. Yeah, now we have the screen. We will now have to take the the screen frame so that we can access the hinges. So I'm talking about this because on the comment section I've had people on my WhatsApp telling me, hey, some laptops you just buy another one, you stop working on those laptops. And I've realized a lot of these people come from foreign countries. It's either from the maybe they're not from Africa. They are people, and I understand them. In their country, purchasing these gadgets are a bit cheap. So even throwing away a laptop like this one is so easy for them. But also, when you go to those countries and try to buy the farm produce or the agricultural products, it's also a bit expensive for them. And also here in Africa, Kenya, you'll find people that are throwing agricultural products anyhow. Something like avocado, I was checking the other day on YouTube and I could see in USA an avocado is going for around $3 to $4. And when you convert that here in Kenyan shillings is around 500 or 450 to 500. So this is the hinge here and we have to loosen this nut as you can see. This one here, loosen a bit so that the hinge can be a bit flexible. Let's see whether we can. That's too loose. We have to tighten a bit. That's too loose. Yeah, here you'll find that people with agricultural products, people don't even care whether they are. And now you understand is because of our economy is so much to do with agricultural products, the coffee, the maize. Okay, let me not, not talk about the maize in this country because it's also a heated topic here. I find sometimes we're importing maize. I don't know how, but maize in this country is a bit political. So it's so yeah, the hinge is a bit now hard. It's flexible now. Remember the hinge is supporting the laptop, the screen of the laptop. The screen part of the laptop. So don't make it too loose such that the customer cannot be able to adjust the screen part of the laptop easily. So now we're just going to return that hinge and also try to loosen the other one before we go on to. Yeah, because when the hinges are too firm, they will definitely rip off the screw ports. And sometimes you find that the firmness in those hinges is not really necessary. Sometimes it's too much. You find that when you're applying the force on the top where the screen part of the laptop is becoming too much, is applying so much force that don't need to be applied. And as the laptop is getting old, the plastics are getting weak, the casing are getting weak and weaker. So try to loosen to make it easier for the screw ports to hold the screw sockets. Yeah, I've also there was another person here. I think he was from United Kingdoms. He was a white man. He brought his laptop here for some repair, and he was telling me that he came in this country worried that he's gonna die of hunger. The country is too dry, and when he came, he was surprised to see how green this country was. So I also don't understand what is being sold out there about this country here, Kenya. I think a lot of people will just post in a certain dry area here called Turkana. Okay, let's loosen this one too. Let's also make it a bit flexible. I've come to realize that I don't even have to remove the hinges on this one. I can still loosen it while still on there. So I think the images being sold out there is that Kenya is too dry and that everybody here is dying of hunger. There are a few pictures in Turkana where they have posted children almost about to die, and the vulture is just there by waiting for the child to die, and I don't know. And so the white man was telling me that he was surprised to see what he found here in Kenya versus what was being reported outside there, as the country being too dry, no water. And when he was coming to the country, he had first of all to call some few guys to stock a lot of water for for him so that he may not die because of dehydration. But after arriving in this country, he was surprised to see how cheap water was, how cheap everything to eat was, and how green the country was. So, as I said before, this is an agricultural economy. We are not manufacturing economy, and so farm produce will always be cheaper. But manufacturing good, we importing everything from outside countries. So when you see somebody in Africa trying to mend a laptop that you deem unfit for use, please understand that that laptop is very expensive in this country. And it's always good to save. If you think your laptop can go some few miles more, some few miles more, you can always repair it. Now the screws, we have to put them back into the socket like this, guys, so that we can hold. You see, you cannot end up putting the glue when you have not fastened, when you have not put in the screw into the socket, because the glue will get into that socket, and now fastening the screw again will become an issue. So first of all, put all the screws onto their sockets, and then you can apply the glue while the screws are in their sockets, so that after the glue is dry, you just open the screws and you'll have the ports very clean. So that's exactly what you're going to do here in this case. This is the glue. It's called a hot glue. And this is what I'm going to melt and apply on those sockets there, so that I can return the screw sockets back into the casing. And this time they should be firm, so that we cannot have the hinges having that big play that we have just seen at the start of this video. So let me place that on here. So we are going to apply some heat on this glue here, so that you can also apply it on those pots, those holes where the pots are supposed to fit. Yeah, Uh, so about the same discussion about Africa and other developed countries, we are in that category of developing countries. There are things we don't have that first countries are having or developed countries are having, and there are things developed countries are not having that we are having. For instance, like accessing healthy foods here in Africa is very easy. And the cases of obesity in this country are also very minimal because people here can access healthy foods. I was surprised that a pizza and those things that are considered for rich people here in Kenya, in America, is there. It's something accessible to everyone. Actually, the low income earners consume what we consider here, those products we consider here for rich people, like the pizza here. Pizza here, somebody who's got money is the person who are able to access a pizza, KFC, McDonald's, and poor people here are taking very healthy food. It's reverse in these developed countries where you find that the food that is being taken by the poor people here is the food being consumed by rich people in developed countries because accessing that healthy food is very expensive. And that is so funny about life sometimes. I don't know how. Yeah, when you travel to those developed countries, you'll find that now trying to eat healthy the way you used to do here in Africa, it will become very expensive for you. Like they are the foods there. So they are in developed countries, they are food called GMO versus organic food. Organic food is very expensive in developed countries, and organic food here in Africa is very cheap. So guys, I don't know whether you're able to see that there. I've tried to apply the glue there. I'm just waiting for the glue to dry up, and the screws are in their pots. So remember to put the screws. Oh, this one has gone wild. So let me try to take it back. Just set them in a way that you know they are going to be on standing straight, and the glue should dry while they are standing straight. So I don't know whether yeah. So I was telling you, life is a bit reverse. You find that what you can't access here. So there are advantages and disadvantages of being in developing countries and developed countries. We also have so let me try to align and see which screws is supposed to go where. Yeah, you keep checking so that you may end up doing a lot of work just to realize you have put the wrong screw socket where it's not supposed to be. Yeah, something else I noted in those first countries is working hours. Their guys are working day and night, sleeping 3 hours, some 4 hours, and I was surprised about that. And the rate of depression in these countries, or maybe what would I call it? The stress is too high in these countries because the economy is too fast. The economy is too fast, and you have to keep up with the economy. So it's always good to compare the two and see what you. Yeah. So let's continue applying some flux. It's not flux, sorry, the hot glue. I'm so used to applying flux. I apply flux so many times until I'm getting confused. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, we apply some more hot glue here so that we can see. Uh, So yeah, we are still setting the screws. Yeah, you also apply not so much heat so that you may not burn the laptop, the plastic casing. Yeah, setting is not easy, guys, and that's why this repair should not be cheap. I should have to cut some of these places where I'm setting and maybe just take you to the end results, but I don't want to cut the video too much so that you can also get to experience how it is. Yeah, we want to have the laptop come back to normal or to have the perfect condition for the laptop for the client also to enjoy while he is using the laptop. So bear with me for some time here. Okay, you can see now the glue has dried up. I want to show you now how the screws were. You see, the screws are still there. This is what I was saying. Let me show you this one here. You see, the screws are still there. Now, while screws are there, it's important because the glue will not get into the socket. And so when you just open, like here, you'll open very comfortably and leave the socket. You see, that socket is very good. When you put in the cover, the back cover, you're just going to screw the screw in there. It just go comfortably. There's no glue that has gotten inside that socket. So that is not going to be an issue of tightening back the screw, as you can see. So this is what I was saying now. I hope you can see that in a very clear image now. And so let's just put back the cover. You see, now I've returned the cover. The hinges are tightened back into their position. This time they are a bit fastened than before. And now the laptop is now here. I've just screwed back the back cover. And now you see the play that was there is no longer there. You see now how firm the laptop is. You can see the laptop now is very firm. It's not the way it was before. You can see also the other side. Now this laptop is going to help the client now. The client is going to use the laptop very well. It's going to serve him for more years now. Actually, it's not months. This is something that can cover him for some years now. And so that is it, guys. Look at the back cover now. It's also fastened. It looks decent. You can't even say that somebody has worked on that area. Yeah, it's always good to be professional in what you're doing. So that's all, guys. So like, share, subscribe, guys. Continue supporting our work. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. That's all, guys. I have to go because I have to attend more gadgets here. And thank you for watching our videos, guys. Thank you.